All right, peace and blessings, everybody. This is Brother Yusef, also known as Nawadi Awi. I'm back with another video. In this particular video here, I'm going to attempt to explain something that I think is very important. But at the same time, I usually don't explain these things to people until I feel like they're ready, because some people can't really handle information because it's hard for them to grasp it. They just can't believe it. You know what I'm saying? It's very hard for them to grasp it. So I usually don't even tell people this stuff until I feel like they're ready. Okay, but in this particular video here, we're going to talk about something called the oversoul and what the oversoul is and what it consists of. And the reason why I'm doing this video is because yesterday I did a consultation and the question came up about the oversoul. You know, this person wanted to have a deeper understanding of the oversoul, and I told the person, I said, wow, I said, I was talking to somebody about that not too long ago. I said, that's a very deep question and very advanced question to ask. I said, are you ready for the answer? And of course, everybody says yes, you know, but there's some things in there that person was like, whoa, that's just, you know, it's hard for them to grasp it. So ready or not, what I'm going to attempt to do in this video is talk about the oversoul. Okay, so starting the video out, first thing I want to talk about is the soul. Okay, let's talk about the soul a little bit. Okay, because people really don't understand what the soul is, right? And the soul is the highest level of intelligence. And also the soul is the truest and realest thing that there ever is and ever will be. Okay, and I'm explaining what I mean by that. You know, you live this life down here, but what you don't understand is you are not you. You are a soul playing the person of the person that you're living as right now. And that soul is so advanced until it can be you and be many other personalities and many other people and many other entities all at the same time. That's how advanced you are. Okay. So the soul is an experiencer. It's looking for an experience, right? It's trying to have an experience so it can grow and learn, right? Even though it knows everything. So kind of look at yourself as having amnesia and you're trying to remember everything. Remember means to putting things back together again. So that's what the soul is attempting to do right now. Now you have an aspect of yourself called the oversoul. The oversoul knows that you have amnesia and it's aware of itself having amnesia down in the lower realms, okay? But at the same time, it kind of is the puppet master of everything of what's going on here, fourth dimension, fifth dimension, sixth dimension. It is your oversoul, okay? So at the end of the day, the soul, like I said, is so advanced, it could be multiple people and multiple things all at the same time, right? That's what the soul is. So people always ask what the truth is. And the truth of the matter is, the truth is you. You are the truth. You just have to know who you are or come to a realization. Some people call that enlightenment or whatever. Now, in mysticism, they call that realization the observer or the supreme observer, right? And I'm going to go deep here, you know, and it's going to be some interesting things I'm saying here, but this is all what it is, right? So at the end of the day, this observer or this oversoul seeks to have an experience, and it comes down into the lower realms to do that. Okay, now you have different aspects of your oversoul. Okay, you have different aspects of your oversoul. On the lowest level of your oversoul, you are a human being. Okay, so what I'm telling you guys right now is, if you're experiencing life as a human being, you're experiencing the lowest aspect of your soul, of yourself. Now, based on that human being level, you have different aspects of yourself as a human being. So in different parallel universes, you also are all of these people. And you are also all of the past lives and all of the future lives that you ever will have. The oversoul already knows it. It's already designed. It's already planned out. The past, the present, and the future, even though time doesn't exist. When we talk about it from a physical level, and we have to live in time, then yes, we can talk about past, present, and future, because you have a past self, a present self that you are now, and if anyone has karma to work out, they're going to have future selves and future lives. The oversoul already knows that and understands that, right? So this is who you are. You are all your past lives. You are the person you are now, and you are the people that you will be in the future. These are all aspects of your oversoul, right? And that's what you hear. This is the stuff you hear on YouTube for the most part. That's the basic level of the oversoul. Now, to take it a little bit deeper, the oversoul is also, on another level, it could be considered extraterrestrial, right? It can be considered a god, right? It can be considered an angel, okay? It can also be considered the creator, okay, the creator. And what you have to understand is that people look at God as the highest aspects of everything in the universe, right? But the truth of the matter is that's not really true. First of all, there are different levels of gods, whether you want to call them demigods, elder gods, omnigods. Omnigod is a god that rules over other gods, right? And what that is the creator, which is you, right? Set up, that's where your soul comes from. Your soul comes from the creator, right? Which is your oversoul, okay? The creator is your oversoul. So, but at the same time, there's multiple oversouls. There's multiple people that can be an oversoul, or energy is the oversoul. Now, the structure goes like this, like a pyramid. But when you get to a certain level as a human being, it is too vast to understand what is beyond. You know, it's like they talk about in Kabbalah, they talk about Ein Sof you know, the light and the darkness, and then the darkness where it is nothing, it is the unknowable. Okay, that's where your oversoul lives at. It is in the place of the unknowable. But we know that we have something that rules over all aspects of the soul. That's why we call it the oversoul. Okay, so people think that God is the highest aspect of who they are, but there are different levels to gods. There are some younger gods, and there are some more powerful people, more powerful entities that are more powerful than other gods. An immortal human is a certain level of God. All gods are immortal, and all immortals are gods, right? All gods are immortal men, and all immortal men are gods. That's how it goes, right? So at the end of the day, the oversoul is an aspect of all that. So you have an aspect of yourself that's extraterrestrial, right? That you can't perceive, but some nights, you know, and some people can relate to this in their video. They'll be, and I'm an experiencer of this. Me and my wife, seeing UFOs. You know, going to sleep at night, waking up on tables, waking up in places that don't look right. You have to understand these places that you're going is aspects of yourself. Some of these ships that you're on are actually your ships. Bobby Hemmett even talked about a lot of this stuff, right? Some of these ships that you're on are actually your ship. Okay, that's on one level. Then on a higher level, you could be a god, right? You could be Yemaya, Oshun. You could be Zeus. You could be Urzuli. You could be whatever god you want, right? And that is also an aspect of your soul, just on a god level, right? And then to skip even higher, you can be an angel, right? You can be an angel, and the angels, you could be Gabriel, you could be an angel that you never heard of before. That's also an aspect of your soul. And then on a higher level, you are the creator. That is the highest aspect of yourself. That is the unknowable and the unperceivable, but you know that there is one supreme consciousness that rules over all of them. And these are all of you. You just don't realize it yet. Once you realize that these things are true, you actually become more enlightened, and you used to actually raise up, and things actually activate in your body by way of realizations. Okay, so the realizations you have through meditation, through magic, whatever you do, gives you these, awakens the junk DNA in your body that is spiritual and allows you to activate different levels of your consciousness. Okay, now on the left-hand path, what happens is a lot of people on the left-hand path, they seek to be separate from the idea of the creator in this dimension. So on the left-hand path, they'll reach a certain level where they'll separate themselves from God or the creator. And that's absolutely fine, because everything leads back to the one. And the one is you. That's where your soul comes from. That is who you are. So you are the creator, right? So if a person chooses to separate from that, that's fine, because you can never fully separate from the collective consciousness of creators at the top. Now, what people need to understand is that in the physical realm, the creator, the spiritual supreme being, had nothing to do with creating the physical realm, okay? That has to do with gods, okay? The supreme or the oversoul has nothing to do with creating the physical realm. That is like leftover junk that the gods used to create this down here. The oversoul, it just wants to be an experiencer of what the gods created. So on one level, it brings itself down to a lower level as a human, so it can experience itself from the way up and have this experience. So it's kind of like a video game, right? On one level, you have a creator of the video game, which is the highest, right? And people who play video games don't even know the creator of the video game. unless you do the work to go meet the creator of the video game, okay? Then you have developers, which are more like, or engineers, which are more like gods, right, of the video game, right? Then you have another level, which could be considered like extraterrestrials. They're playing a video game, but they can be in the video game and out of the video game whenever they feel like it, okay? Then you have human beings, which are actually the players in the game. But the players in the game are being controlled by somebody else, and they don't know that. They're not conscious or aware of that, right? That's who we are down here. We are all of those developers and creators and everybody that is experiencing the whole game, the whole system. You're just not aware of it. You just don't realize it yet. So that's what I'm trying to get you guys to understand. So the person who created the game, because we live in a holographic universe, you guys can research that for yourself. None of this is real. We only think it's real because we have a physical body. Your soul knows it's not real, but the soul wants to experience. It wants to play a game. It wants to have fun. That's what we're down here for. You're down here to learn and experience. So whether it's sex or food, or whether you get into a fight or you get a broken bone, the soul wants to experience all of that. It wants to play this game because life is a game. And if you have the right tools in life, you can achieve, or you can do what you need to do. Some people are born with the right tools in life to make it in life. Some people have to fight for the tools or steal them from people to make it in life. It's all a game down here. This is why you see people that are murdered and killed people and sold drugs, but they're multimillionaires. And a good person is not a multimillionaire, because you're thinking off of morality that this is how the game works. That's not how the game works at all. It's all energy. It's all about doing for self, doing what you got to do. But at the same time, there are people down here that are here to help people in the game on a right-hand path, that are here to help people in the game. And I really don't believe in left and right-hand path, but I'm just trying to make it simple for you guys to understand. People that are here, like me, that are here to help people come to a realization of who they are and help people get out of the game, or learn how to play the game long enough until they can get out. And that's what this is all about. So the oversoul is the creator. And my name is, I'm Yusef. So I'm playing a game called Yusef, and I'm playing a certain character in this game. And my oversoul is experiencing all of this, okay? All of this. Yes, it's true. You have an extraterrestrial or elemental force behind you. You're just not aware of it, right? Or you think people get these stuff from the movies. You think they just thought of it one day? No, this stuff is real, okay? You have a part of yourself that's God, right? You also have a part of yourself that's angelic. You have a part of yourself that's an oversoul, that it rules over an aspect of a person's life and rules over all these. It is one thing all lined up all together. And every human being has the ability to experience that. So you could have the god Yemiya, right? And Yemiya could be 275,000 people down here on the planet. They just not aware of it. And they all could be one consciousness called Yemiya. You're just not aware of it. But if you look at your life, you'll notice your life plays out like Yemiya. You could be the goddess Tara down here, right? The mother that cries for the earth. You could be the god Shango. And you'll know because you'll carry out the aspects of these gods, right? You can be also an angelic soul. You can be operating on your angelic level in this life. You could be a person who likes to spread good news and likes to help people and likes to see people do good. That's an angelic soul. You're operating off your angelic consciousness. You're just not aware of what you're really doing. But when you become aware of these things, you start to access and activate different aspects of your junk DNA that scientists say they have no use for. That's because it's spiritual, right? It's a spiritual DNA. So I'm saying all this to say that the oversoul is a very deep concept, and it's deeper than just people, everybody on the planet, or one person experiencing themselves from past, present, and future lives. Yes, that's true, but that's just on a basic level. On a deeper level, you're also experiencing yourself as God. So if a part of your oversoul is Horus or Heru, then that means that when you really fought set on a certain level, right? You have amnesia, you just don't remember. But as you put the things back together and remember it, then you will start to accept yourself as that. Junk DNA turns on. I'm not saying that you walk around saying, I'm Horus, I'm Horus. That don't mean nothing. I'm talking about coming to a deep realization where you actually have an experience with these energies, the energy of Horus, and you become that in the physical realm. That's what we call an avatar, as you wake up to that avatar state, right? So, yes, left and right hand path is all leads back to the creator, but at the same time, left hand path people are selfish, and they want only to, and I'm not saying they're bad, I'm just saying that they're selfish to the point where they say, hey, I know how to play the game, I know what this thing is about, I'm getting out. Good luck with your life. That's how they feel. The people on the right-hand path like, man, I know the way out. Let me see if I can grab a few people and take with me and help them out of here. So that's how two different sides look at it. But the truth of the matter is that that's an illusion. Now, I want to explain something else that's very important. Different dimensions. What you have to understand is that you live in an illusion, right? So even when you die, you're still in an illusion. The fourth dimension is not really high. That's why I tell people, when you get into extraterrestrial information, you understand these extraterrestrials they're really afraid of you because they're stuck, right? But you have the ability to go higher. Some of them don't even have souls, but you have the ability to go higher than they do. And that's why they don't want you to evolve, right? And yes, they run this planet. So at the end of the day, fourth dimension, fifth dimension, sixth dimension, seventh. Once you get to the eighth dimension is down. It's all an illusion. No matter how beautiful it is and it looks like heaven, these different dimensions are illusions. They're all the astral plane, just higher vibrations of the astral worlds or the astral plane. Now, once you get past the eighth dimension, you kind of break what they call quarantine, or you break past the illusion and you can shoot up to the true world. You know, some people argue ninth, 10th dimension, but once you get past the eighth dimension, you can shoot up to what you call the original world or the true world. And that's still not your oversoul. Okay? That's what you got to understand. That's still not even where your oversoul lives. It lives beyond that. So you don't know what you're going to think about 5 minutes from now. No one can know. But at the same time, where does that thought come from? What is this thought that is leading you? And at the same time, allowing you to make your own decisions, right? So your thoughts come from somewhere. You don't know where your thoughts come from, but they come into your head, right? But someone is giving you those thoughts based on the decisions you've made in your life. And that's how it works, right? So the oversoul, to be very clear, is simply the supreme creator manifesting yourself as you, right? Manifesting yourself as you. And once you really get deeper on it, you understand that the supreme creator is you. And there's different aspects of the supreme creator or supreme being or whatever you want to call it. The most high, whatever people want to call it. So that is who the oversoul and what the oversoul is. That supreme being created the angels, the gods, the elementals, whatever other entities out there who are all aspects of you. Now, there are some people on this planet that carry more of a demonic consciousness, which is all still an aspect of the creator, right? It's all still God or the creator. You just don't understand it. So that's what's going on with the oversoul. That's what the oversoul truly is. So I hope this video really helped people. I was inspired by this to do this video because I said, well, maybe people are ready to hear about what the oversoul is. Maybe they're not, but this video will tell. So, you know, I kind of want to get on here. I hope this video helps somebody. So any questions, you can email me at NULYFE, newlifetools@gmail.com, NULYFE tools@gmail.com, or you can hit me up on YouTube or whatever, and we can go from there. And I can go deeper on the oversoul, but some people ain't really ready for it. So I just wanted to break down, give people clarity on what the oversoul is and what it really means. All right. So until next time, I'll holler at you guys later. Peace.